This cafe makes 5 to 6 lakhs a month, and we built this while doing our full-time jobs.
But in the first month, we messed up the most important thing,
which could have led us to shutting the shop.
Before we started this coffee shop, it was pretty normal, like every other corporate employee. It was 9 to 5.
We work the whole day for all the weekdays, and then we wait for just the weekends to celebrate. There was nothing exciting about the life.
So back of the mind, we always wanted to have something of our own. Middle class thinking, because we are not from a family of business. We wanted to have that experience of owning a business, start something which can change our life. We knew we wanted to start something, but then we didn't know what exactly works for us. We thought of starting like any business that we see on street or whatever, think that which is making good money. So let's say if we go to a restaurant today and we see that there are a lot of crowd, we used to sit and think that, okay, what would be the revenue of this restaurant?
Then we'll discuss, okay, what we would have done if we were in their place, what different that we can do.
We also thought about, anyhow, we are very familiar with coffee because we grow coffee back home. So we thought, okay, why not take up coffee as a business?
When it comes to coffee, there's a lot of business ideas. One is the sales of beans, one is the roasting of coffee, and then the normal coffee shop concept. Then comes the bigger picture of selling coffee equipments, and then exporting the coffees. All these. I mean, we need a lot of capitals for all those spaces.
Though we knew coffee from our childhood, the industry was very new, the business was very new. So we thought, instead of investing a lot of money in, let's say, building a product or getting some distribution or anything, a coffee shop would be something which is less investment, or the risk compared to other business would be less.
Why we didn't quit our jobs is because we were taking a risk. It's a 50% chance that it might go well or it might fall down also, right? So that's our thought.
We do not come from a business background. There was not much support because they were equally scared. So we wanted to show them that we can do it both. We can work and we can also manage this. So now when they see us doing this, they're very proud of it.
Before the concept of starting a business, we used to spend like any other corporate guys, like spend on weekends, spend on trips, spend on unwanted things. But then once the idea came into mind, we thought, okay, whatever we are earning right now and saving right now is not at all enough for that. We tried to save up a little bit by lowering our costs. Like we did not travel for the entire year. We saved up a little on our monthly income also, like starting an SIP or a fixed deposit or a emergency fund that we never know which will come to the use after starting this. But then we are in Bangalore and it's not easy to save up everything what you earn.
Location is one of the most important aspect while looking for a coffee shop or opening a coffee shop, right? We had some parameters in our mind. A spending capacity has to be good. There has to be kind of like a young crowd and old crowd. Both the crowds are existing. These were specifically matching for some of the areas like Jayanagar and JP Nagar, because the coffee market already existed there. We searched every nook and corner of the city. Finally found a good location in Jayanagar.
And it was exactly what we wanted. It was full of greenery, the lane was beautiful. So we started the work, and after about 2-3 weeks, when we had already invested like 2 lakhs into the construction and everything, the residents started causing the problem, and they told that they do not want a cafe in the lane because it was a residential lane. That's when we had to put a full stop and we had to move out and bear the loss.
We were heartbroken once we got to know that we could not move further with the shop. So we had to vacate that place. We had to bear the losses, and then the question was, okay, if this is not working, then what next?
Also, we did not have enough time to sit and take the loss in, because we had to move to the other location faster. We were already running short of time.
From the very next day, we started searching for the place again. When we came across this area, we thought, okay, even BTM is good. Nice residential lane, and the area is full of young crowd who is mostly working or between 25 to 35, who is ready to spend. But BTM was lacking good specialty coffee back then. We thought, okay, we should consider this location.
Yeah, when I first saw the place, it was nothing like how it looks right now. You will be shocked with what we did with the place.
We assume that the whole setup will come around 10 lakhs. It's totally based on how much we had, right? How much we have saved up.
What we did not consider was power upgradation, documentation, branding, and the setup, the entire counter setup that came into picture very later. So these are the things that costed us a lot more than we. This was not even in our list when we started.
I'd give you an approximate breakup of what we have spent on. For the deposit and rent, we spent around 2 lakhs. For the espresso machine and the setup costed us around 5 lakh. Then the construction cost was somewhere around 4 to 5 lakh. We spent around 40 to 50,000 on branding. Furniture again around 60 to 70,000, and the equipments and the refrigeration around 1.3 to 1.5 lakh. And other charges like there'll be minor works, or it will come along with the setup, everything, somewhere around 25 to 30,000. So the shutter, everything, all the metal works costed somewhere around 25 to 30,000. So we end up spending 15 to 16 lakh, and it is nowhere near to what we anticipated.
Currently expected.
And when we got to know that that's not gonna be enough for the entire setup, then we had to take loan, and we took around again 8 lakhs from the bank. That's how it came up to 15-16 lakhs. Coming to the revenue part, we have seen an exponential growth over the month. Initial month, we still remember, I think we closed close to 1.2, 1.3, which was not at all enough. So the second month we did 2.5, then 2.5, 3, 3.8, 4. So last month I think we did close to 5.5 something. So it was exponential, but we also saw a dip in some months where you will be wondering what went wrong, why is the sales going down. But it depends on other factors also, not just the coffee that we sell. It depends on weather, season, long weekends, or any events which is happening around the town. So it depends on a lot of things. So we realized that later there will be certain uncertainties or months where you have to clock in less revenue also.
Yeah, I think after let's say 6 to 8 months, the growth will it will be flatline. Grows, let's say, by 10 to 20% max, something like that.
So there will be two types of expenses: fixed expense and operating expenses. When it comes to fixed expenses, it includes rent, salaries, other bills, which comes to around 1.2 lakhs for us. In terms of operating expenses, it includes the cost of the product, inventories, everything that we sell, the packaging. It depends on the sales actually. So let's say we sell a product for 100 rupees, 30 rupees will be a fixed expense, another 30 rupees will be inventories or operating expenses. The remaining will be profit if there is no other expenses involved. So you can consider 35 to 40% as a profit margin. We achieved profit in the second month itself, and month on month we are achieving profit. I would say around 35 to 40% on the current sales. As per our estimation, or as per the profit that we are earning right now, it will take around 12 to 14 months to recover all the investment that we have put in on this business.
We had something in our mind that once we start making, let's say, 3 to 4 lakhs of profit per month, right, we'll be pretty comfortable, all three of us leaving the jobs. Otherwise it will be a burden for the business as well as us, because we have our own expenses. We can't spend the money that is earned by the business and we put it on some vacation or something, right? That also we have to keep it in mind. So once he left the job, we are still thinking, once we reach around 3 to 4 lakhs of profits per month.
So the most difficult part of the F&B business is not the capital, it's not the investment that you put in, it's the time, it's your sacrifice of sleep, food, your weekends, vacations, everything. Sometimes we skip festivals, we skip going to our hometown. It's the difficult part of the business, but at the same time, I think if we skip that consistency will be gone.
If you ask me who should start a cafe business, I would say somebody who is okay with the long hours, somebody who is good at dealing with people, and somebody who genuinely enjoys the process, although there is exhaustion, because that's a part of it.
There are times that, only we three were in the coffee shop. There was no employees. We were the ones making the coffee. We were the ones cleaning the shop. We were the ones making the food and everything. That is very important. Otherwise, handling the employees is uncertain. They can leave anytime. So that happens a lot in F&B industry. So we have to know, we should know everything.
It's not just the capital that you invest and you expect the return within like a year or something on its own. So it's not a SIP or an investment which grows money on itself. You need to have a good team, that consistency that you need to put in. Everything should be in place to run a business, not just the money.